Good morning. My name is Lex, and I will be your chairperson for today's Ohigan service. First, we'll have Sambujo on page 24 in the Big Book, followed by Sutra chanting Jusege on page 23 in the Little Book, or page 93 in the Big Book.
Today, on this occasion of the spring Ohigan service, the members of the San Jose Buddhist Church Christian can reverently come before the double self. With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Ohigan, we reaffirm this reality. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance.
We will now have Daiho Shoko by the following organizations: Cub Scout Pack 611, Boy Scout Troop 611, Daisy Troop, Brownie Troop, Junior Girl Scout Troop, Cadet Troop, Senior Girl Scout Troop, Lotus Preschool, San Jose Dharma School, San Jose Junior YBA, DSPO, San Jose Betsuin. Now we will have Gatha We Are One, which is the first song in the yellow handout, followed by the Golden Chain, which is located on page 2 in the little book or page 15 in the big book under Golden Chain 1.
Come gather round, hand in hand, listen to Amida's teachings. Listen with your heart, listen with your mind to Amida Buddha's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu, singing Namo Amida Butsu. The world is bright, singing Namo Amida Butsu. We are one. Peace and harmony in Amida's land. Peace and harmony within me. Put our hands together, bow our heads. Thankful to Amida's Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Singing Namo Amida Butsu. All of the world is bright, singing Namo Amida Butsu. We are one. We are one.
The Golden Chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 We will now have a Dharma lesson by Mr. Akizuki.
Please join me in Gassho and reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Good morning, everyone. Good to see so many of you here this morning. Thank you for joining us, those in the Hondo, and thank you for those watching at home for joining us. So, today is a special service, and who knows what it is? Don't look at the screen. Don't, yes. Oh, very good. I'm glad you did that. Yes, today is Ohigan service, and this is actually, back in Japan, most Japanese Buddhist sects, not just ours, observe Ohigan as an important holiday. We also know it as the equinox, when the length of the day and night are equal. This happens twice a year. For the spring Ohigan, it's going to happen on March 20th, which is Thursday, I believe, right? Okay, in Japan, Ohigan is like a week long. It's 3 days before the equinox and 3 days after the equinox. And the equinox happens when the sun is directly over the imaginary line around that's called the equator, so basically in the middle of the earth. So that's what the equinox is, and that's why the days and nights are of equal length. So we have two Ohigan services, one in the fall, one in the spring. During Ohigan, people in Japan visit their family grave sites. They decorate their homobutsudans, the altars, with flowers and candy. They enjoy food such as botomochi in the spring and ohagi in the fall, and I think that's basically the same thing, right? I think it's kind of weird they have different names for it. In the spring it's botomochi, in the fall it's ohagi. So do you know what botomochi is? It's sort of like inside out mochi. It's like the bean is on the outside and the rice is on the inside. So in the spring, they eat botomochi. They also focus on the 6 paramitas, or 6 perfections. At least some of the Buddhist sects do. And if you don't know what the 6 paramitas are, they're like generosity or dana, giving freely and without expectation of reward; ethical conduct, which is known as sila, upholding precepts; and acting with moral integrity. Patience, kshanti, forbearance and calmness in the face of adversity. Diligence, viraya, enthusiastic effort and perseverance on the path. Meditation, dhyana, cultivating mental focus and mindfulness. Wisdom, prajna, insight and understanding of reality. So Higan, as you might have guessed, is a Japanese word, and it means other shore. Other shore is said to be a land of enlightenment, peace, liberation. You add the O, the letter O, as an honorific, so that just a lot of Japanese words you have O added to that. So if there is another shore, there must be a this shore, right? This shore is Shigan. It's a word for this shore. It represents our life. And our life can be a place where there is suffering and delusion and ignorance. In Jodo Shinshu, Higan is also called Sambutsu-e, or gathering in praise of the Buddha. Sambutsu-e, gathering in praise of the Buddha. This also sounds like another word that you might be familiar with. We sometimes chant Sambutsu-ge, Sambutsu-ge, which is hymn in praise of the Buddha. So Sambutsu-e, which is same as Higan, is gathering in praise of the Buddha. So I talked about the 6 paramitas. For Shin Buddhists, these 6 paramitas are, we observe them as an expression of gratitude for the assurance that everyone has that we have a path to enlightenment. And Ohigan and is a reflection, it's a time for reflection and gratitude for that assurance. Now, I'd like to share a quick story about Ohigan. This is a famous story you might have heard before, one that talks about Higan, the other shore, and Shigan, this shore. It's a story about 2 rivers and a path, and a white path, written by Shandao. Who knows who Shandao is? Yes, the 5th patriarch. If you look, the far left, there are 7 figures on a painting there, on a scroll. They're the 7 great teachers of Buddhism as identified by Shinran. Shinran is to the right of the main altar. Shinran is the founder of Jodo Shinshu, our sect of Buddhism. And he identified 7 great teachers of Buddhism who helped his understanding of Buddhism. Shandao is one of them. He's the 5th in the chronological order of the 7 patriarchs. Okay, so in the story of the White Path and 2 rivers, a traveler is running for their life to escape ferocious beasts and violent bandits, okay? The traveler runs west and reaches 2 rivers. And on one side of the river, there are flames erupting from the river. On the other side of the river, there's 2 rivers. The other river is, there are whirlpools and dangerous currents, but the traveler sees there's a narrow white path between these 2 rivers, but doesn't think it's wide enough. It looks like it's very narrow, maybe only 4 inches wide. And the bandits are saying to the traveler, "Don't go on the path. You'll be burned or you'll drown. We won't hurt you." But then another voice behind the traveler says, "Go forward and don't be afraid. No danger exists. Go ahead. If you remain, you surely will die." So the traveler's still thinking about that. Should I go on this narrow path? I may get burned or I may drown. Then from the other shore, at the other end of the path, the traveler hears another voice saying, Come just as you are. Do not fear the flames and waves. I will protect you." So with the bandits and the wild beasts getting closer, the traveler is thinking about what to do, and the traveler decides to go on the white path. So the traveler starts along the white path, and the bandits are saying, "Come back. You'll never make it. You'll never make it across alive. Come back. We won't hurt you." But the traveler believes the words from the other shore that the traveler hears. The traveler keeps on walking and finally reaches the other shore safe. So Shandao said, the river of fire represents anger, and the river of water represents greed. And greed and anger are, when we talk about Buddhism, are two of the three, what? The three poisons. The three poisons are greed, anger, and ignorance or stupidity, right? So the encouraging word from behind the traveler are the words from Shakyamuni Buddha. And the reassuring words from the other shore are the words of Amida Buddha in this story. So the story is about, the three poisons around us. They're surrounding us, maybe not in rivers, but around us, in that there is a reassuring path. There are words, there's something out there that's going to lead us to the other shore. And that path is the Nembutsu, and that other shore is basically enlightenment, okay? So with that, hopefully you got a little bit out of Higan and what Ohigan means and the significance to us as Shin Buddhists and some of the things they do back in Japan to observe Ohigan. So please join me in Gassho in reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you to Mr. Akizuki. Please rise to sing the Gatha Sayonara on page 103 in the small service book, followed by the promise located on page 5 in the little book, or page 15 in the big book. The promise. We thank the Buddha for showing us the way of freedom. We will endeavor to walk in his noble path every day of our lives. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you to Rinman Sakamoto, Reverend Jones, Mr. Akizuki, Mrs. Tanabe, and to organist Mrs. Jones and to AV Tech Mr. Endo. Are there any announcements?
Hi, my name is Jillian.
And I'm Helen.
We are from Junior YBA. Our annual graduation Candy Lay fundraiser is currently taking place. We're taking orders today in front of the garden. Lays are $8 each and customized to match school colors. Pickup will be May 4th from 9 to 11 in front of the garden.
For more information, you can contact a Junior YBA member or scan the QR code on the flyer in the Dharma newsletter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abby from the Dharma School 5th and 6th grade class. The Dharma School is working on an All Dharma School Donna project. We will be making pet toys for a local animal shelter from old towels. We are asking for donations of old towels. The animal shelter will also accept fleece blankets for their animals, so we will be also collecting those to give to them. There is a container in the back to place them. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here about the Earth Day art contest. Everyone, please start. I hope you're working on it. And there are flyers in the back you can pick up. And I'm encouraging everyone to do a project, okay? You're going to get a prize for this. It's not a small little prize either, so there's our awards for this. And the project theme is sustainability. So what it is that you take something that you've used before and recycle it and make something new, something that we can reuse again. And you can do that with a lot of things. And right now, our second, third, and fourth grade class, we're joined. Anyway, we're going to be working on something, and we need those little plastic bread holder things that you get. I need some, we need some of those, okay? So if you have any, you can just bring it over to our class or bring it to me or whatever, but we'll need some of those, okay? And so you can think of things, you know, it's amazing how we throw away things that we could use it and for something else. And so let's see what kind of things you can do. You can do it with family, you can do it with your friends, you can do it by yourself, but do something, and let's make our world a little better, okay? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Harriet, also from Eco Sangha, for Earth Day we need cereal boxes because we're going to do a project with cereal boxes. And there's a place in the office below the mailboxes that you could put them, just label them, so if you have any. And then another thing is that we're having a raffle outside, so hope you all participate. I saw a couple of you that are here have already participated. And so there's some interesting things. The third thing is that we're having a field trip to the Repair Cafe in Mountain View today, and it's from 11 to 3. A group of us are going at 1, and so hope you can go. We're thinking of possibly having one here, and it's to repair things rather than throwing them away. Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, Tori from DSPO. Sitting in your inboxes this morning should be an email regarding Hanamatsuri luncheon. So a little different this year, we're going to offer a full lunch, but we are also asking the entire Sangha, so adult service and anyone that comes to contribute. So, you know, thank you in advance for signing up to bring a dish.
Before everyone leaves the temple, please straighten all the books before the next service. For those of you who are interested, you're welcome to attend the adult English service following this service. For your safety, please obey the crossing guards and look both ways before crossing the street. Thank you for attending today's service.
Good morning. morning.
Good morning. Good to see you all here this morning. I'm kind of the fill-in chairperson, so I don't have the script in front of me, so you'll have to excuse me. Welcome to this morning service. We'll start with Sambujo, which is, you'll find at the beginning part of the large service book, followed by sutra chanting Sambutsuge, that's Sambutsuge, and then followed by the three treasures. ensuing gather to celebrate in honor of Amida Buddha. We stick to the three treasures of placing our reverence in Amida, placing our reverence in the Dharma, placing our reverence in Sangha. Ohigan have a script now. We will now continue with Daiho Shoko by the following organizations. Adult Buddhist Association, Morgan Hill Hawakai. Nope. Buddhist Women's Association, San Jose Betsuin. Please rise to join in the singing of the Gatha with Gasho from the Heart, which is the second song in the yellow handout. After that, please remain standing for the Three Treasures, which is on page 3 of the small Dharma School service book.
Here we come together, some from near and some afar, in spite of all our differences, we reach for the same bright star. And on this human pathway, we may err a step or two, but always we'll remember to feel deep gratitude and hear and say the Nembutsu as we gasho with hands placed together. Without a shred of doubt, we joyfully receive the truth. With gasho from the heart, Kom gasho no karacho namo amida butsu. Namo amida butsu. As we gasho with hands placed together, without a shred of doubt, we joyfully receive the truth. Gasho shimasho, utai shimasho, namo amida butsu. Namo amida butsu. With gasho from the heart, with gasho from the heart, namo amida butsu. Namo amida butsu. Please join in the reading of the three treasures on page 3 of the small book. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves our supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda.
And now, Minister's Assistant Sumi Tanabe will give this morning's Dharma talk.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to those of you who are at your home. This is Happy Spring Ohigan. Let us meditate. Please put your body in a good position. Put your 2 feet parallel to each other. Put your hands on your lap. Close your eyes and meditate while I count silently. 60 seconds. Open your eyes. Try to figure where you are. Place your hand in Gasho. Repeat after me. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Now, was that difficult for some of you? That was just 1 minute of meditation. I try to meditate every day. I sit by my sofa near my obusudan at home, and I try to concentrate and focus. But when I hear the yapping neighbor dog, I wonder if he's going to stop barking, or if I see some people pass by my house and they're laughing. Normally, I would love to hear people laugh, but it bothers me when they laugh when I'm trying to meditate. How dare that dog keeps barking while I try to meditate. And then when it's quiet, I'm still kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop. I'm not a very good meditator. I have to practice more. How about you? Are you able to meditate even 1 minute? Meditation is part of the 6 parameters. Spring Ohigan, like the falling Ohigan, is a time for us to observe and to deeply reflect upon ourselves. Ohigan is a time for us to go from this shore, the shore of delusion, to the other shore, the shore of enlightenment. As we reflect upon ourselves, we think of everything and everyone, and we think of these 6 parameters. You did the meditation. What other parameters do you do practice? Do you practice dana, unselfish giving? You can give with your money. You can give with your material things, but you should also give with yourself, with your kind words, kind thoughts, kind deeds. You can give with even yourself, your life, the ultimate giving, the gift of life. On television, I saw this woman driver. Her car flipped over and she was trapped. But this man came forward right away. Within 1 second, he burned his hand trying to get her out of the car. But somehow he made it. He pulled her out to safety. A reporter was there while the paramedics came, and the reporter asked the man, "Why did you do that? Why did you risk your life for a stranger?" The man couldn't answer. He just stared and looked at the reporter. Why? Why did he do that? Was it an act of courage? Was it an instinct? Why did he go and put his life in danger? He's a young man, a father of 2 young children. Would you have done the same? Would you have gone to help that man? Would you have gone to risk your life for a stranger? I know I think I couldn't do that because I know that fire is painful, because once I burnt my finger and it was very painful, I recall that pain. And so I think I'm a coward. Am I really a coward? Because I didn't go and save that person? Yes and no. A coward, perhaps,
But I think it's because I'm only human with limitations. We humans are limited in many ways. But also, we humans, we have courageous side, our brave side, but we also have our dark side. In emergency, we have seen people who have gone into damaged homes to steal, to take things that don't belong to them. We also have seen them do some outrageous damage, and we even saw some dogs being killed just because they were trying to protect their home. Why do these things happen? Why is it human nature for us to have our good side and our bad side? We think we're brave and we feel very proud of ourselves, but that proudness is because of our ego. Our ego makes us think that we're special. But the ego is the cause of our suffering and our pain. The Buddha said that when you release your ego, you release your suffering. Patience is another paramita. How many of you practice patience? How many of you have patience? This is a hard paramita for me to practice. I try so hard to be patient, but I don't succeed. Because we live in a world of so much confusion, and we are so much divided. We are bombarded with negative thoughts, negative actions, negative deeds. Do you feel the same way? How can we rise above this? I think of being mindful of the principle of impermanence. Everything changes. Nothing ever stays the same. We just have to keep reminding ourselves and remain patient. There's hope among the chaos and confusion. People are showing another accident where a woman was trapped under a car. Her car had flipped over. One man ran immediately to help that driver. Four other strangers also came, and they were able to lift the car in 1 or 2 seconds and free that driver. Was it instinct? Was it courage? Would that poor stranger have gone to help if the first man did not go? How are we to know? Was this an act of courage or was this an act of instinct? We saw many examples of this type of courage, especially during the Los Angeles fires. But we saw another side too, the dark side. Going back to the Courageous Act, would you have done the same? I ask you again. I don't think so. I could do the same thing. I think I lack the courage because I'm afraid of fire. I'm afraid because of my past experiences. My limitation would prevent me from helping, but who knows? Perhaps I can rise to the situation and do something that is helpful. Since we are human, we have to arrive and rely on Amita's great wisdom and compassion. Amita is always beckoning us to come forward and receive his unconditional wisdom and compassion. Look at the image of Amita in the Ohigan, always forward, always holding us in his embrace with wisdom and compassion. Last Sunday was Girl Scout Sunday, and Reiko Iwanaga incorporated the 6 parameters into the Girl Scout law. It says, Dana, I shall be helpful to others. Sila, I shall follow the precept of the Buddha. Patience, I shall be patient and understanding. Endeavor, I shall do my best in all things. Meditation, I shall reflect on the teachings of the Buddha and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Wisdom, I shall seek the light of wisdom and live in the Nimbutsu. Thanks to Reiko for putting this 6 parameter into the Girl Scout law for all Buddhist Girl Scouts. Please move yourself into a comfortable position again. Put your 2 feet in parallel to each other. Put your hands on your lap. Close your eyes gently while I count silently. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Be aware where you are. Okay, how many of you is able to empty your mind and focus only on nothing? Nobody? We don't have no Buddhists among us? Okay, that's okay. You're okay. I'm okay. So during this observance of the Ohigan, fall and spring Ohigan, police practice the 6 parameters as best as you can. Thank you very much for your kindness. Place your hand in God's show, please. Namami Davasa. Namami Davasa. Namami Davasa. Thank you very much for your kindness.
Thank you very much, Sumi, for that lesson in meditation and the reflections on Ohigan and the 6 paramitas. Very good. Thank you very much. Now we will please rise for the singing of Gatha on Doksan 2, which is on page 76 in the small Dharma School service book.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. Please be seated.
Are there any announcements?
On behalf of BWA, we'd just like to thank you for your support of the food drive we had for San Jose State's food pantry. That was over this past February, end of February. And then also thank you for your support of our Panda Express fundraiser, which was not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. So again, thank you very much for your support.
Hi, I'm representing Sangha Support, and we're having a talk today by Reverend Dr. Kenji Akahoshi. It's at 11:30 to 1 o'clock on Shin Buddhism in everyday life. And hopefully you can come. It's in the multipurpose room, and there's also refreshments. So. And then at 1 o'clock, if you'd like to, there's a field trip to the Repair Cafe in Mountain View at 222 Escuela Avenue. And it's my idea to possibly have a repair cafe here someday. And another thing I wanted to tell you is that there's an art contest for Eco Sangha, which is the other organization I'm in. And there's some information at the back, so anybody can participate. So if you'd like to do that, please pick up one of the papers back there. Then the fourth thing, this is the last thing, is that we're collecting cereal boxes for a project for one of the Earth Day projects. So if you have any, you can bring them to the office. There's a place under the mailboxes, a little cupboard, and you could just label it Eco Sangha. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Terry Oshidari. I'm making this announcement for the San Jose Betsuin Bonsai Club. Their annual show is the last weekend of March, which would be the 29th and 30th. The Saturday hours are from 11 to 5, and the Sunday hours are from 12 to 4. And please come. This club has some beautiful trees that you could enjoy, and just get a peaceful feeling from seeing all the nice bonsai. So thank you.
Morning, Larry Honda. I have several announcements from the 9:30 service. So Junior YBA is selling graduation candy lays, I think they are, for $8. They have a table out in front. So if you have a graduating senior from high school or college or middle school or kindergarten or whatever, they will put it in whatever colors you want, you know, like the colors of your school, of their school or something like that. Second thing, I think it was the Dharma School 4th and 5th grade class, 5th and 6th grade class, they're doing a project where they need old towels. So if you want to get rid of some of your old towels, they're collecting them, and I think they said there was a box in the back of the Hondo here. Third thing, in 3 weeks we will have our annual Hanamatsuri service, and so for the first time in a number of years we're going to do a full luncheon type thing. So we are not just asking the Dharma School parents to bring food for the potluck, but everybody in the Sangha. So there'll be a sign-up list coming out. For those of you with email, we'll be sending out something probably tomorrow. We'll have Deborah send out stuff to the sponsored orgs tomorrow. Dharma School parents received theirs today because the DSPO is helping organize this. For those of you who don't have email or do Google Sheets, there's a sign-up sheet in the back. Hopefully we'll have it out for the next couple of Sunday services. So if you want to bring some dish to share, that would be great. They are asking not to bring a dessert because normally Junior YBA does a bake sale on that day. So they would encourage you to buy the baked goods from there instead. So if you have any questions, you can talk to DSPO, or I guess you can talk to me. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of the Boy Scout Troop 611, I'd like to thank everybody who came yesterday for our dinner and supporting the Boy Scouts. And also, we're also going to be, I don't know the date, but there's a little flyer in the back that they're doing a Goodwill pickup. So if maybe you can pick up one of those little flyers in the back. Thank you very much.
So hopefully I'm the last one with all the announcements. But so for the last 3 days, I've been up in Berkeley at the Jodo Shinshu Center participating in a minister's assistance program for training. This is something that the ministers have to do once a year, go through some form of training or another. But it does bring up the subject of minister assistance. We're lucky we have 3 here. That's the good news. The bad news is I'm the youngest. The idea is we want to have minister assistants are here to help, obviously, the ministers, but to help around the temple, to help get the temple ready for services, to assist the ministers in whatever way is needed. And we have minister assistants throughout BCA. In fact, we've got about 130 now throughout the BCA. You can go on to become a certified minister's assistant like Dennis is now, and others, but you don't have to. You can be a minister assistant without going through a certification program and offer assistance, do Dharma talks like Sumi does, and so on. And if you choose to, you can look about going on for ordination as I did. So it's a very beneficial program for the BCA. It's very helpful. We only have 30, I want to say it's 33 Kaikoshi ministers in all of BCA, serving over 50 temples. So we used to have over 60. Now it's half that. So we do have a shortage of ministers, so the minister assistants are very important. We could use a couple, 3 more here. So if you're interested, please see me or Rimban Sakamoto, and I think you'll find it's a very rewarding experience. Thank you.
Thank you to Rimban Sakamoto, Reverend Jones, Sumi Tanabe, organist Elaine Jones, and AV Tech Paul Endo. Thank you for attending this morning's service. Again, as Harriet said, please join us for refreshments in the multipurpose room, and then you could stay to hear Reverend Nakahoshi's talk. We will now have closing gasho.
Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Thank you, everyone. Please come forward for a shoko.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I like that joke.